Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Code Which. In this session, I will talk about how do we connect Node.js with the MySQL database. So before connecting a Node.js with the MySQL database, we need to initialize our project. For initializing our project, we need to type npm initialized and then it will ask a package name. Then we will type pkg. In my case, you can type whatever you want in lowercase. It will ask your version. Then in my case it is default, description is default, the endpoint is nothing but app.js folder, app.js file, test command is empty, git is empty, keyword is empty, and there should be a code with j, code with j, and everything is correct. Press yes. So you will get a package.json file. After that, for connecting a MySQL with a Node.js, we need three prerequisite modules. One is a MySQL Express and core policy. So for that, I will type CLS. In that case, what should I do? I will type npm install MySQL. It is a first dependency in our case. Then I will type after that I will type npm install express. Then it will install the express.js dependency in our node underscore modules folder. And all the modules and all the dependency will go under package.json under the development dependency under the dependency properties. Let's say we have installed Express and MySQL. So you can see here we have a MySQL and Express over here. Then I need to install npm install course policy, and we also need to install one more dependency. It's called as a body parser. Npm install body hyphen parser. So these four dependencies require to connect Node.js with the MySQL and transmitting a data from backend to frontend and accepting a parameter from client to server. We need a body parser. So now let's create a file called db configuration config.js. What I do, I will type these dependency which is required to connect a Node.js with MySQL database. So I will import const MySQL equal to require MySQL, and I will write const connect equal to MySQL create connection. It will take properties such as host name. In my case, we have a local host, and then I have a username. In my case, I have a root, the user, and then we have a password. In my case, I have a root password. Then it will have a number. In my case, I have 3306, and another thing is pending host user password, and the last one is a db name database. So in my case, we have a database dev react. That's it. Then I have to type connect dot connect. It will take two parameter. One is the error arguments. I will type error in the callback function. If I get error, then simply console dot log connection failed. Connection failed. In else part, we will write console.log database is connected success successfully and close the parenthesis. Now let's check whether the database is connected or not. So go to here and type cls and write node and db.js. So here you can see our database got connected to the MySQL data. My Node.js is getting connected with the MySQL database. So now let's separate this file. So for separating, what should I do? I need to export this connection. So module dot exports equals to connect. If you have not seen my previous video related to export, please go and watch related to video on exports. Then what should I do? I need to create app.js file. In that I will import my connection db configuration equals to require db configuration. After that I will require express server express. Then we need to type app equals to my case in my case I use app as a variable and then express function. Okay, then need to create app.listen. It will take two parameter. One is a port number, so in my case 8080, and callback function. And simply type console.log server started on port 8080. Check whether our server is working correctly or not. Go to terminal, control CLS, and then run app.js file, app.js. Okay, our server started on port number 8080 and our database connected successfully. You can see in the terminal. So now let's retrieve some data from database. So for that I will create a route. So I will use app.get method. It will take two parameter. Okay, one is a URL. So in my case it will be a get bank name, and it will take two parameter. One is a request and second one is a response and the callback function. After that, what you need to type? The query, correct? So for typing a query, you need to connect with the database, correct? So for that, I will type db query db configuration dot query. In that, it will take two parameters. One is a select statement, select star from. In my case, I have a database called MySQL database. In that we have my database called React dev React, and in that we have a table TBL GM Bank Master. I will type it here and I will simply type error and result. Okay. After that, what should I do? We need to return the response to the client, correct? So what should I do? I simply type if error, sorry, if error, then true, otherwise response dot send result, correct? Now let's restart our server once again, showing error. And what is the error? Illegal throw. Okay, write it like this. Error console.log error, else uh, response dot send result. Now let's restart our server again. Type cls and here we go. So basically we have get bank name and we go to our postman, get bank name and hit sorry. In our case we have a port 8080, not 8000. Hit again. So here you can get a data related to bank. In my case, I have a dummy data with Abu Dhabi Bank, Abu Dhabi Bank, and these are the bank's detail coming from my table. So this is a way you can connect with MySQL with the Node.js. So now let's go more deeper in it and understand more about the Node.js. So let's say if you want to get a parameter for front end, correct? So what you will do? Let's say if I pass a parameter on front end, let's get a parameter console.log uh, response. Sorry, request. Okay, let's check what are the parameter coming. Body. And restart my server once again. Go to postman. In body we have Allahabad Bank. Okay, send it. We'll get a result. Now our job is any parameter coming in a body or not. So we are getting undefined. For that we need a body parser. Correct? So type const uh, const body parser, parser uh, so equals to require body parts, and after that we require add dot use express dot URL encoder will take two property. One is extended true, and the second one is dot use we can write mm, dot we need use course. Sorry, instead of body parser we need to use course. So we need a required, over here we need to type save it, and now let's restart our application once again and go to postman, hit the send button, and now let's see whether we are getting. So now we are getting bank name, correct? So now let's pass a parameter to our select star from table name bank master. How do we pass this parameter to this? So simply go to here, comment this line, go to here and type array, the request which is coming from client side in a body, and the parameter name. We have a bank name, correct? You can see in the console we have a bank name. So what is need, what should be typed after that, after this? So after the table name, we simply type where and question mark, uh, question mark bank name. I don't know the table name. Sorry, I don't know the column name. Let's check me the column name. It is a bank name. So type bank name equals to question mark. Now let's run again and check whether we are getting a correct bank name or not. And restart my server once again, and the server is started on port number 8080 and database connected successfully. So now let's go to the postman, hit the database, hit the send button again, and in this case we need only one result, correct? Send it, and we are getting only one result, which is a Allahabad bank, and we have passed the bank name is Allahabad, correct? In a body, correct? Let's see, let's minimize this. So we are passing only a bank name, correct? Allahabad bank. Okay, now let's do more modular form of our node application. So now let's make another file called dbquery.js. In that we will create a property called dbquery, is nothing but an object. In that we will write get bank, get bank by name, correct? And we will simply pass this query from here. Copy the entire query and paste it over here. Correct. Save this db query and remove this from here and require the module is nothing but a const uh, db query equals to require dot forward slash db query. After that, what you need to do, we need to type db query dot. So here we are not getting our property. So what should I need to do? Open the db query. I need to export. So I will type module dot exports and my property db query. Correct. Control S. Now let's back to app.js file and type. So here we are getting bank name as our property. Now let's rerun our application and type node app.js. So here you can see the server started on port number 8080 and database connection successful. So if I hit the send button, we are getting the same result by customizing or modularizing our application. Now let's do one more change in our application. What should I do? We need to customize this result parameter. So let's write response.json and what I need to pass to the client is nothing but a two parameter. One is status code. Status is nothing but 200 and is is success flag y and the result equals to result. That's it. So here we customize our response for a client. Let's restart our application once again and run. So all are okay. Now let's hit from postman. Okay, we are getting our customized response. We have made it now. We're getting status code. It means our API working correctly. Is success means we are getting data from backend, and the result is a collection of objects. So here we have learned how to connect a Node.js with a MySqL database. We have also learned how to fire a query, how we pass a parameter, how we get a data, how we get a property from a request.body and the name of a property, and how do we create our another db query file. In that file we have learned how to write a key value pair is nothing but a property and the value, and how to use these properties in our app.js file. So this is how the Node.js work with the MySQL database. So that's all about in this video. Thank you for watching my channel. Please do share and subscribe.